In Iceland. You kissed my ear in Iceland, next to the breakfast cereals. The snap, crackle and pop of the fat woman there pulling cornflakes off the shelf deafened me, but you didn't care. In the meat aisle, you felt my rump and pronounced it lean, rare, and probably tasty. It's tender, I said, moving on to the dairy products. But your compliments became too cheesy, and hastily I steered us to the frozen foods, which only brought out the beast in you, and you became a polar bear, the cuddly, smothery kind, begging for penguins as we stood in the queue in Iceland. Thank you.
I plead the Fifth Amendment.
I loved it then when you did it at the Post Cafe. I loved it when you did it on Facebook, and I loved it Third Time Lucky at Kingston Hospital Radio. Isn't she a talented lady? And she's also an artist. And next we're going to have Mr. Donal Dempsey, who is Irish, and we love the Irish. So give it to us, Donal.
All right, do you want me to read a poem?
Yes, you do.
How come you're putting on a North Melon accent? We're being fatally vexed. No surrender, not an inch. No.
UDA.
Yeah.
Okay, no, I can't do that right now.
I'm not going to do a sexy poem like that at all, because I'm a very quiet individual. So I'm just going to write a poem about my mum, seeing as we're near a maternity hospital. So this is called My Mother's Hands. My mother's hands washing potatoes, washing kids, washing pans. My mother's hands on bitterly cold days, pegging yet more washing on a pregnant lion. The lion grown nothing but nappies, her hands blind with the cold. My mother's hands ironing clothes, ironing countless knickers for my 7 sisters. My mother's hands taking my hands in hers, such love, such laughter. My mother's hands patting talcum powder on another baby's bum. Mum being mum. Me kissing my mother's hands for all the done.
Oh, hang on a second. That was really beautiful. You know before you go to bed at night, when you tuck that next to Jan, I can talk about it because it's quite clean. Do you actually do a poem each before sleep, you billabos?
It's very strange. We do everything together. I mean, everything together. So we possibly sit naked up in the bed with 2 laptops and obviously going like that, and we can consult each other. What do you think of this? Yeah, but never in the middle of anything. Never quite as poetic interrupt us or anything like that. No.
It'd be very minimal if we
poetry. We live our own poetry. We write our own poetry. It sort of chronicles our life, our love life, or anything that goes.
Now, I believe we've got a request on them.
We have. I have.
It's there.
Oh, thank heaven for that. I didn't know where I put it.
We've got it.
No, that's the old one.
Oh, we lost it.
Where have you gone? Here we are. It's for Stuart Rogers, who's in the Coombe ward. The Coombe is a very famous maternity hospital in Ireland, the Coombe.
Okay.
Billy Mulligan, the pride of the Coombe.
I see.
And the song is All Right by Supergrass.
Oh my goodness, I like it.
Cool. Get up.
My mother was a fairly unusual person, and she's not with us anymore, but this is what happened when she was about 45, I think. Retirement plans. When I grow old, said my mother, I'll change my life. I'll rent a garret on the left bank of the Seine in Paris. Give up being a mother and a wife. Spend my days painting. Drink red wine all night. My friends will be artists. Maybe I'll write. But what about Dad? I objected. My mother reflected. He'll be okay, she said. He'll buy a jalabi, sandals, a scarab, and live in the desert along with the Arabs. He's learning the lingo at evening class. He'll go over to Gaza. I thought, what a gas. I'd spend April in Paris, winter with Dad. There was going to be some fun to be had. I hoped that my parents' dreams all would come true. But after all that, they just moved on to Bude.
Hang on a second. Q.
Thank you so much.
It's all right.
Q.
The name Donal actually comes from the Gaelic.
Ah.
And when I was born, I was only 2 pounds, so that's an Irish sense of humour. What do you call the smallest baby you ever see in your life? You call him Donal, and Donal means world mighty, or spear power.
Excellent.
And Dempsey means the proud one. So my name is actually World Mighty Spear Power, the proud one. So, you know, it's terribly hard to live up for that. You know, your mother calling you FPP. World Mighty Spear Power, the proud one. You know, I'll snatch you. You know, you can't do that. Like, you know, can't smash
You
one.
just sent our 4 listeners in.
That was my mother's voice.
No, but that just went right over to the 20. That means we just basically deafened.
Oh.
Several
Never
people.
mind. Several people going, oh my God, Donal Dempsey's doing it. Okay.
Right, this is still about my mother. It's called me Mam's Mind.
Okay.
Mum becomes Mam in Irish, so.
Okay.
Goes like this. If you fall off that wall and break both your legs, don't come running to me. Could never understand my Mam's mind and how it worked. One moment she had half a mind to come up there and get me off that wall. Then she was in 2 minds about whether to tell me to stop. Go ahead, kill yourself, see if I care. I'm warning you, child. If you fall off that wall and kill yourself, I'll personally come up there and I'll kill you myself, so I will. I used to watch the words climbing out of her mouth and fly around the room looking for a place to land in my mind. Never cared whether she gave out. I just loved everything she said, the music of her and how she made the words behave. I came down and kissed her worry away. I'm sorry, Mam, I told her. I cuddled her and she cried.
I'm so sorry about that. I was trying to do too many things. I was trying to do the next song, listen to you, and tie my shoelace. Donal, thank you so much. I had to turn you down a little bit because what happens is...
I thought I got very soft towards the end.
You're projecting that you're in a poetry cafe, and the things were going... James, the manager, was kind of just going... So I was trying to do that.
But I did, I went under and under the table. It didn't seem to make any difference. I was on the ground reading the last line. I couldn't think any lower.
Oh, Donal, you
I have
could.
no idea what I'm doing though. Too many things are happening to me. I don't know whether I'm opening, closing, doing a
That's
lesson.
untrue. That's untrue.
So now we're going to do another request, I think, and I'm completely out for lunch. I have no idea what I'm playing next.
All right, do you want me to tell you?
Yes, go.
All right. This is for John Ottaway in the Cambridge ward, and it's anything but David Essex. So,
Anything.
up to you.
Okay then. Is that right?
I don't know. Hold me close.
Oh,
Hold me
close.
Only being very soft instead of very loud and obnoxious. This is called Thank You for Having Me.
oh,
Okay? And it's for all the people in the maternity ward.
oh.
I was listening to my friends talk about their experiences and how they got pregnant, where they conceived, what their births were like, everything like that. The lady in this poem said that they were driving through France and they were passing through these wonderful, massive fields of yellow rape. And she said, stop the car. And they conceived in the field of rape.
Oh,
It's confusing, that, but you know what I mean. All right? So we jump forward into the future, and this is her describing having her baby. It's called Thank You for Having Me.
And this is going to be very pharyngeal and stuff. So you can use the microphone very pharyngally.
It was the most real reality that could ever be. I felt for the first time that I was really me. The pain ran screaming through me, almost tore me apart, love streaming through my heart. The head crowned, and with a strangulated plop, you popped out. The oddest, oldest, youngest looking creature I had ever seen, as if angry at being born, looking upon me as if to say, what the... And I loved you so much.
Oh, yes.
That was really beautiful. And can I just say something about Donal's handwriting? It is the most scrummy handwriting that you've ever seen. It looks like he was born in 1622. And he's just had his...
Hold on, I just put it up to the mic.
Oh my God!
Put it up to the mic there.
Oh,
you do as well.
Now, we've got the last request of the day, actually, which I don't know, is it Donal who's going to...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, great, go for
This
it.
is for my Huckleberry Finn friend.
Okay.
There's a Huckleberry Hound. I forget now. She's on the Cambridge ward. It's Linda Saunders, and she wants Moon River by good old Andy Williams.
Oh, lovely.
I love this one.
Alright.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Take care.
Take care.
So we've only got a few more minutes left. I think we are going to end on this.